Money is not only paper or metal. It is energy. It moves toward those who are peaceful, disciplined, and aligned with abundance. Just as a seed grows when planted in fertile soil, wealth grows when planted in a fertile mind. When we speak of hiding 3 coins under your pillow, it is not merely about the physical act. It is about reminding yourself that small actions can carry deep meaning. A coin represents value. It represents exchange. It represents the idea that you are worthy of receiving and giving in harmony. The pillow is where we rest our head, where dreams are born. If you place something of value beneath it, you symbolically plant the seed of abundance in your subconscious. You tell your mind that wealth is possible, that opportunities exist, that the universe responds to intention. But money does not chase those who are anxious. It does not chase those who are greedy. It flows toward those who understand balance. Just as water flows downhill, wealth flows toward clarity and purpose. Hide 3 coins, yes, but also hide 3 intentions. The first intention, gratitude. Be thankful for what you already have, no matter how small. Gratitude is the foundation of abundance. The second intention, discipline. Wealth does not come to the idle mind. It comes to those who work with patience and integrity. The third intention, generosity. A river that never gives water becomes stagnant. A heart that never gives kindness becomes empty. When you sleep tonight, think of these truths. Imagine the coins beneath your pillow as symbols of possibility. Not magic, but meaning. Not superstition, but self-belief. Money will not suddenly knock on your door, but opportunities will appear when your mind is open. The wise understand that wealth begins within. A calm mind makes better decisions. A grateful heart attracts better relationships. A disciplined spirit creates better habits. And better habits lead to better outcomes, so hide the coins if you wish. But more importantly, hide the doubt, hide the fear. Hide the belief that you are unworthy. Replace them with confidence, patience, and wisdom. Money will come and go, but the peace of mind that guides your actions, that remains. That is the true wealth. Money is energy, not magic. Wealth flows toward those who are disciplined, grateful, and aligned with positive actions, not superstition. Money is energy, not magic. Just as the universe moves in cycles, so does wealth. It flows toward those who understand its nature and away from those who chase it with desperation. A coin in your hand is not merely metal, it represents exchange, value, and the effort of human hands. Someone worked for it, someone believed in its worth, and it now carries the potential to create further value. This is the essence of energy movement, transformation, and purpose. When we speak of energy, we must understand that everything in life operates on this principle. Thoughts are energy. Words are energy. Actions are energy. If you wake each day with a mindset of scarcity, your energy reflects that belief. You begin to see problems instead of opportunities. You focus on what you lack rather than what you can create. The world responds accordingly because your actions mirror your thoughts. But when you approach life with clarity and purpose, the energy you emit changes. You notice possibilities. You act with confidence. You make decisions that align with growth. Money behaves in the same way, does not chase chaos or confusion. It gravitates toward order and discipline. Consider a garden. If the soil is barren and neglected, seeds will struggle to grow. But if the soil is fertile and cared for, life flourishes. Wealth is similar. A mind filled with negativity is barren soil. It cannot produce abundance. A mind cultivated with knowledge, patience, and gratitude becomes fertile ground where opportunities take root. This does not mean wealth appears overnight. Energy requires time to manifest results. A seed does not become a tree in a day. It grows gradually, root first, then stem, then branches, and finally fruit. Likewise, financial growth requires patience. Small decisions repeated over time shape outcomes. Saving a little, learning a new skill, or improving your habits may seem insignificant at first. But these actions accumulate just as raindrops fill a river. Understanding money as energy also removes the burden of fear. Many people fear losing money or never having enough. Fear is a form of negative energy. It paralyzes action and distorts judgment. When you act out of fear, you make poor choices. You cling to what you have instead of seeking growth. But when you act with wisdom, you recognize that money is a tool. It is meant to serve purpose, not control your life. Energy flows where attention goes. If you constantly focus on problems, problems grow. If you focus on solutions, solutions emerge. This principle applies to wealth as well. Complaining about circumstances does not change them. Taking responsibility and seeking improvement does. Wealthy individuals are not immune to challenges, but they approach challenges differently. They view obstacles as lessons and opportunities. Therefore, money as energy reminds us of a deeper truth: value creates wealth. When you provide value, whether through work, knowledge, or service, you contribute to the flow of energy. People recognize that value and exchange resources for it. This is the foundation of prosperity. It is not about taking from others, but about creating something meaningful. In the end, understanding money as energy transforms how we live. It encourages discipline, gratitude, and purpose. It teaches us that wealth begins within our thoughts, our habits, and our actions. When we align these elements, the energy of abundance follows naturally. Money does not become an obsession but a tool for growth and contribution. That is the wisdom of abundance. Hiding 3 coins under your pillow is not a magical ritual, it is a symbolic reminder of abundance and intention. The act itself carries meaning only if you understand the deeper lesson behind it. A coin represents value. Someone earned it, exchanged it, and gave it purpose. When you place it beneath your pillow, you are telling your subconscious mind that value exists in your life and that more opportunities for value can come. This is not superstition but psychology and understanding that thoughts shape actions and actions shape results. The pillow is where we rest. It is where dreams form and the mind enters stillness. By placing something of value beneath it, we create a small symbolic connection between rest and prosperity. It reminds us that wealth begins in the mind. If the mind is filled with anxiety and doubt, it becomes difficult to recognize opportunities. But if the mind is calm and focused, opportunities become clearer. Wealth is not only about money, it is about perception. A person who sees possibilities will act upon them. A person who sees only limitations will remain stuck. The 3 coins themselves can represent 3 principles. The first principle is gratitude. Many people focus on what they lack and ignore what they already have. Gratitude changes perspective. When you appreciate small blessings, health, knowledge, relationships, you cultivate a mindset of abundance. This does not mean ignoring problems. It means recognizing that life contains both challenges and gifts. A grateful heart is stronger than a complaining heart because it seeks solutions instead of dwelling on difficulties. The second principle is discipline. Wealth does not come to those who wait idly. It comes to those who take consistent action. Discipline means making choices that benefit your future self. Saving a portion of your earnings, learning new skills, and avoiding unnecessary expenses are small but powerful habits. They may not produce immediate results, but over time they create growth. Just as water shapes stone through persistence, discipline shapes financial stability. The third principle is generosity. Wealth that is only hoarded often loses its meaning. Generosity is not about giving everything away, but about recognizing the value of helping others. When you share knowledge, kindness, or resources, you create positive energy. This does not guarantee immediate financial return, but it strengthens relationships and builds trust. A world built on mutual support is more prosperous than one built on selfishness. Money will not suddenly chase you because of coins under a pillow, but opportunities may appear when your mindset changes. If you approach life with patience and wisdom, you begin to notice possibilities that were always there. A conversation might lead to a new idea. A skill you learn might open a door. A small decision might create long-term benefits. Wealth is rarely dramatic, it is cumulative. It grows through repeated effort and thoughtful choices. Therefore, the value of hiding 3 coins is not in expecting miracles, but in reminding yourself of principles. Value, discipline, and generosity create the foundation of abundance. Money is a tool, not a purpose. It should serve your life, not control it. When you understand this, you approach wealth with balance. You work hard but remain grateful. You seek growth but avoid greed. You use resources wisely and contribute to the world in your own way. In the end, abundance begins within. A person who believes in their ability to improve will act accordingly. A person who understands the flow of energy, thoughts into actions, actions into results will shape their future. The coins under your pillow are simply symbols. The real power lies in your mindset. When you cultivate wisdom and discipline, opportunities naturally follow. That is the deeper lesson. Small symbols can shape mindset. Hiding 3 coins under the pillow is a reminder of value and abundance, helping to program the mind for possibility. Gratitude attracts abundance. Being thankful for what you already have creates a mindset that recognizes and welcomes opportunities. Hiding 3 coins under your pillow is a symbolic gesture, not a guarantee of sudden wealth. It represents the idea that abundance begins with intention and awareness. A coin itself carries meaning because it represents value. Someone exchanged effort or skill for it, and it now holds the potential to be used for further exchange. When you place it under your pillow, you are reminding yourself that value exists in the world and that you are capable of creating or receiving more of it. This is a lesson about mindset rather than magic. Mindset shapes outcomes in life. A person who believes opportunities are rare will act cautiously and miss possibilities. A person who believes opportunities exist will look for them and take action when they appear. Wealth often follows awareness. It is not enough to wish for prosperity, one must recognize the steps required to achieve it. This includes discipline, learning, and patience. Just as a tree grows slowly from a seed, financial stability grows from consistent effort. No tree bears fruit immediately, and no financial success appears overnight. Growth requires time. The act of placing coins under the pillow can also serve as a reminder of gratitude. Many people focus on what they do not have and overlook what they already possess. Gratitude shifts perspective. When you appreciate small blessings, health, relationships, knowledge, you cultivate a positive mindset. This does not mean ignoring difficulties. Life contains challenges, but it also contains opportunities for learning and improvement. A grateful person is more likely to approach problems with solutions in mind rather than with despair. Discipline is another important principle. Wealth does not come from impulsive spending or short-term thinking. It comes from careful decisions and long-term planning. Saving a portion of income, avoiding unnecessary debt, and investing in personal growth are examples of disciplined actions. These habits may seem small, but they accumulate over time. Financial security is rarely built in a single moment. It is built through consistent choices. Like drops of water filling a river, small actions eventually create significant results. Generosity is also part of abundance. Wealth that is only hoarded often loses meaning. Generosity does not require giving everything away. It means recognizing the value of helping others when possible. Sharing knowledge, offering kindness, or supporting meaningful causes creates positive energy. Human relationships are built on exchange, not only of money but of trust and understanding. A person who contributes to the well-being of others often finds that opportunities return in unexpected ways. Money itself is a tool. It allows people to meet needs, pursue goals, and create value. However, it should not become the sole measure of success. A wealthy life is not only about financial resources but also about peace of mind, meaningful relationships, and personal growth. Someone with great wealth but no purpose may feel empty. Someone with modest means but strong values may feel fulfilled. True prosperity balances material and spiritual well-being. Therefore, hiding 3 coins under your pillow is meaningful only if you understand its symbolism. It is a reminder to cultivate gratitude, discipline, and awareness. Wealth is not controlled by superstition but by choices. Opportunities arise when preparation meets action. A person who learns, works, and remains open to possibilities will find paths to improvement. Money may come and go, but wisdom remains. That is the foundation of lasting abundance. Discipline and patience build wealth. Money does not come to laziness or impatience. Consistent effort and wise decisions create lasting prosperity. Hiding 3 coins under your pillow is often presented as a symbolic gesture rather than a magical solution. The idea behind it is rooted in the concept that our thoughts and intentions shape the way we perceive and interact with the world. A coin represents value, exchange, and opportunity. It is a small object, yet it carries the history of human effort and economic activity. Someone worked for it, and it now holds the potential to be used for further exchange. When placed under the pillow, it serves as a reminder that value exists in life and that opportunities for growth and prosperity can be recognized when the mind is open. Wealth does not appear out of nothing. It is created through effort, knowledge, and the ability to recognize opportunities. Many people wait for circumstances to change before they take action, but growth usually begins with small decisions. Saving a portion of income, learning new skills, or improving habits may seem insignificant at first. However, these small actions accumulate over time. Just as a river is formed by countless drops of water, financial stability is formed by consistent and disciplined choices. There is no sudden leap to success without preparation. Those who achieve prosperity often do so because they understood the importance of patience and long-term thinking. The symbolism of the coins also relates to mindset. A person who believes that opportunities are rare will approach life with hesitation. They may avoid risks and miss chances for improvement. A person who believes opportunities exist will look for ways to grow and adapt. Mindset influences behavior, and behavior influences results. If someone constantly focuses on limitations, they are likely to remain limited. If they focus on possibilities, they are more likely to discover solutions. This does not mean ignoring difficulties. Challenges are part of life. However, facing them with determination and wisdom leads to growth. Gratitude is another important principle. Many people concentrate on what they lack instead of appreciating what they already have. This creates a feeling of dissatisfaction. Gratitude shifts perspective. When you recognize the value of health, relationships, and knowledge, you begin to see abundance in different forms. Wealth is not only measured in money. It also exists in experiences, learning, and human connections. A person who appreciates these aspects of life often feels more content and motivated to contribute positively to the world. Discipline and generosity are also connected to abundance. Financial success requires careful decisions. Spending wisely, avoiding unnecessary debt, and planning for the future are essential habits. Discipline ensures stability. At the same time, generosity fosters positive relationships and trust. Helping others does not mean giving everything away, but it means recognizing the value of kindness and support. A society built on cooperation tends to be stronger and more prosperous than one built on selfishness. Wealth that is shared wisely often creates opportunities for greater growth. Ultimately, the coins under the pillow are symbolic. They remind us that abundance begins with awareness and intention. Money is a tool, not the purpose of life. It can provide comfort and opportunity, but it should not define worth or happiness. True prosperity includes knowledge, peace of mind, and meaningful relationships. When a person understands this balance, they approach life with wisdom. Opportunities become clearer, decisions become more thoughtful, and growth becomes possible. Wealth may come and go, but the principles of gratitude, discipline, and purpose remain. That is the foundation of lasting abundance and personal fulfillment. Generosity keeps wealth flowing like a river. Wealth must flow. Giving and helping others ensures that abundance continues instead of stagnating. Hiding 3 coins under your pillow is a symbolic practice meant to remind the mind of abundance and possibility. It is not a magical formula that forces money to appear, but rather a mental exercise that encourages awareness of value. The human mind is powerful. It interprets symbols and meanings, shaping how we view the world. When you place coins under your pillow, you are telling yourself that wealth is something to respect and understand. A coin represents effort, exchange, and human cooperation. It has value because society agrees upon its worth. This agreement allows people to trade goods and services, creating economic movement. Without such exchange, progress would be limited. Wealth is not only about possession but about opportunity. Many people believe that money is scarce and difficult to obtain. This belief influences their actions. They may avoid risks, resist learning, or remain stuck in old habits. However, those who understand that opportunities exist often take steps toward growth. They learn new skills, work with dedication, and remain patient. Success rarely comes instantly. Just as a seed requires time to grow into a tree, financial stability requires consistent effort. No farmer expects a harvest the day after planting seeds. They water the soil, protect the plant, and wait. In the same way, financial growth requires discipline and time. The practice of placing coins under the pillow can also serve as a reminder of gratitude. Many people focus on what they lack rather than what they have. This creates dissatisfaction. Gratitude changes perspective. When you appreciate small blessings, health, knowledge, relationships, you begin to recognize abundance in different forms. Wealth is not only measured in money. It also exists in opportunities to learn, to improve, and to help others. A person who is grateful often feels more content and motivated to contribute positively to life. Discipline is another essential principle. Financial success does not come from impulsive decisions or short-term thinking. It comes from careful planning and consistent action. Saving money, avoiding unnecessary expenses, and investing in personal development are examples of disciplined behavior. These habits may seem small, but over time they create significant results. Like drops of water filling a river, small efforts accumulate into something greater. The world often rewards persistence. Generosity also plays a role in abundance. Wealth that is only kept for oneself may lose meaning. Sharing knowledge, offering kindness, or supporting meaningful causes creates positive connections. Human life is built on relationships and cooperation. When people help one another, societies grow stronger. Generosity does not require giving everything away. It simply means recognizing the value of contributing in ways that are possible. A small act of kindness can have lasting effects. Ultimately, the coins under the pillow are a reminder of these principles. They symbolize value, awareness, and intention. Money is a tool, not the purpose of life. It can provide comfort and opportunity, but true fulfillment comes from wisdom and purpose. A person who understands this balance approaches life with clarity. They seek growth, act with discipline, and remain grateful. Wealth may come and go, but the lessons learned and the character developed remain. That is the foundation of lasting abundance and meaningful living.